Hey there guys, this is SheepyOnline, and in this video I'm going to be going over a simple Flash tutorial. Basically, we're going to be making an interactive diagram. Now, once we've done this tutorial, you'll be able to make any sort of interactive diagram you want. In this one, I'm going to be making a volcano. Now, it doesn't really matter what action script we choose, so we'll just go with 3.0. I'm using Adobe Flash CS5, and basically we're going to import to the stage. I've got a picture of a volcano. It's kind of a diagram in itself, but it's not labeled. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to make interactive labels. And so I'm just going to make this stretch a little bit and make it fit good. Test it out. It looks good to me. So basically what we're going to do is pretty simple. I'm going to call this layer volcano map. And I'm going to lock it. Doesn't really matter what you call it. I'm going to make a new layer. I'm going to call this one buttons. And what I'm going to do is, this can be transparent, and we're going to pick a parent color, blue will work, and I'm going to make a rectangle. So here we go, there's our rectangle, and now we just have to select that rectangle, press F8, and that brings us up to our convert to symbol menu. We want it to be a button, and this one we're going to call crater. Alright, and now we want to go to our libraries and we want to open up this crater and see down here on the timeline it says, or this blue rectangle is on our up. Instead we want that on the hit side, and I'm going to add some new frames. Let's just F6, and now if we go back, I'll just show you guys. You can see now it's transparent, so we're not going to see this button, we're not going to know it's there, but it is there. And then when we hover over it with our mouse, we want it to say, let's put this in kind of a golden text, I guess. And I'm not sure what font we're using. We'll use something reasonable here. I'm not sure what this is, but it'll work. And just type crater. Drag that, center it there a little bit. And now, just let me show you guys, it should work. See, now when we hover over here, it says crater. Just like that. So I'll show you guys how we can do that for the rest of it. If we go to our library again, we've got our button crater here. All we have to do is we can duplicate it, and all of a sudden now we've got another button. The next field, or the next the button we'll have is the dike button, and we can zoom into this, and you can see it's the same as this. It says crater, and all we have to do is just change this text from crater to dike, and then we'll go back to our scene. Drag it over here. This is a dike. This almost horizontal, or it cuts through layers. A magma intrusion. Blah, blah. Anyway, so now we hover over it. Says dike. Now we hover over this. It says crater, and then we'll do it for the magma chamber and this vent here too. So that'll be pretty easy. Again, we're just going to duplicate this one. We'll call this magma chamber. Zoom into it and go to the overstate. Here we go. Magma chamber. Go back to our mouse, go back to the scene, drag it over right there, and we can even change the size if we want to. We can make it a little bit wider to make sure it encompasses the whole chamber. And now we will, let's duplicate the dike one again. This one we'll call vent, because that's the last field that we need to do. And we'll go back to our overstate, and here we go, just write vent. Back to the mouse, back to scene 1. Drag this vent right over here, and ta-da! Now when we test it out, you can see it says crater, dike, vent, and magma chamber. Although I might have to change the color, because this kind of blends in. Why don't we make these blue? I don't think there's any blue on the thing, so yeah, let's try it. Now it's this magma chamber, that's easier to see. I'll change these other ones too. Just because I can, because I can tweak it however I want. But basically, the point of this tutorial is it shows you, you can see how this would be useful if you want to make a different sort of diagram. Maybe you have, maybe you're in class and you need to do a human body diagram. And so you have a picture of the human body, and every time you hover over a bone, it pops up with what the name of it is. And then all of a sudden you get an A+ in your class, thanks to none other than SheepyOnline. So, congratulations on that A+. That's just an example of what this could be used for. As I showed you in this tutorial, I'm using this for a volcano. But anyway, you can see it says all this stuff, and that's not really that much easier to see, but it'll work. You know, it demonstrates the job done. And basically, that's all this tutorial encompasses. You know, if you guys want to see more cool tutorials, I do web design, I'm doing Adobe Flash, I'll probably get into Photoshop, who knows what else I'll go into. Maybe even play a few video games, who knows. But, you know, if you like these videos, if you like this tutorial, go ahead and give me a thumbs up on this video, and subscribe, and I would really, really appreciate it. So, thank you guys, thank you very much, and as always, take it easy.